Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here, and I am coming to give you a wrestling talk. We're going to try not to make this too long, but we're going to be talking about a little bit of everything and other things. Now, at a later date, I will talk about this Zelina Vega thing and the Twitch thing, but that's later. But I want to come and we're going to be talking about Triple H taking over Raw and SmackDown. And we're going to talk about Apollo Crews. And we're going to be talking about R-Truth at a later date. And then some things I think could work for WWE in the long run. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to talk about, that's going to start this off, we're going to talk about Apollo Crews. So as we know, Apollo Crews has been drafted back to SmackDown. For a year, I think for a year or 2 years, he was with WWE Raw is War. Now, to me, we finally, this last couple of months, we finally did see our Apollo Crews showing, and oh my God, he showed and he showed out. Now, I feel like if WWE wants to top what he did on Raw, on SmackDown, they need to. All right, you got how many single male title belts we have over there on excuse me, y'all, on SmackDown? How many? We don't got many. We don't. We only have the Intercontinental title belt and the Universal title belt. So I'm not going to be negative about it, but make Sami Zayn drop that title to him because I think Apollo Crews will make a great Intercontinental Champion. To get me to say, Apollo Crews, he has showed the last few months when he was U.S. champion, he showed why he is champion. He showed us why he is what he is. He's number one with him. He's different and he's unique. That's that. That's number one. Number two, his ability is great. So I just feel like for the last couple of years, they never gave him that chance. So when we had certain people out saying, "Oh, I'm not coming to work because of COVID," he was featured. He was heavily featured. So don't stop doing that because that's something I love seeing. I love seeing Apollo Crews being featured a lot. So I hope if Triple H is in charge, I'm wondering will Triple H give him that opportunity and give him that opportunity to show. Now, we do got some more stuff, other wrestling talk, but let's get started. So first, let me talk about what happened last Friday. Now, last Friday night, I did catch it. Let's just say I did catch it. And think I did catch it. But my thing is, I was shocked. I thought that women's match. And the match I'm coming to talk about is Natty versus Tamina versus Liv Morgan. It was supposed to be a fatal three-way. It was supposed that. But then at the last minute, they add a fourth person. And who was it? It was the debuting Chelsea Green. Oh my God. But then we had an injury happen. So if you don't know, doing this fatal four-way, Liv Morgan qualified to be part of the SmackDown Women's Survivor Series team. Now that I knew that. So how many times they gonna give Natty to actually try to earn that spot? Huh? How many times? How many times? Because now Natty Nearheart is now becoming the Charlotte Flair. And think by what I'm saying is She's like going, you don't have to hand me anything. I can earn it. I can earn it. I can earn it. And stuff. She's the I can earn it person, but she's becoming a little bit like Charlotte Flair. I'm just saying. But then Chelsea Green ended up breaking her left wrist. I'm wondering if she's injury prone, or is this just a bad incident that happened. So then the other thing is, everybody's been talking about Nia and everything and stuff. On some hand, don't no, I'm not gonna say that. No, I ain't gonna talk about that. But like I'm gonna say, Natty. Let me talk about Nia for a minute. I know everybody has been coming down on Nia because of Mandy Rose kind of getting injured and everything. Now I will address this here. I actually am on either side because I'm finna tell you why. Number one, I do believe Nia did injure Mandy Rose, but I don't agree the how forceful she was. And a lot of wrestling shows are putting the blame on Mandy Rose. Now I want to hear from y'all. Do y'all think Mandy Rose should be blamed for it? That's the question. So that's what we're going to do on that. Now we're coming and talking about two big things I want to talk about, and our truth video will be coming. But I want to come and talk about this first. Now, the first thing is before we get to the Triple H thing and it's the question of the day, but it's also I'm going to be answering is, could WWE work with NWA and Lucha Libre? I feel the following. They could have if they put the initiative. Because I know on NWA, they got some pretty good male and female wrestlers that they could work with, because Mickie James' husband is over there. That's somebody for years I have always wanted to see in the WWE, see the dynamic, because I would love to see Madness versus Roman Reigns, Madness versus Randy Orton, Madness versus Seth Rollins. I would love to see that. So I think WWE working with the NWA, this current NWA, I think it would be kind of cool, but it would be kind of cool to see. So yeah, so y'all, let me hear from y'all. Do y'all want to see another Madness come to the WWE, or WWE in general work with in the NWA? All right, so then the next thing is I want to talk about Lucha Libre. Now, y'all know Lucha Libre, known as AAA and stuff. I always have said for years, if WWE came up and decided, oh, I want to work with Lucha Libre, I think they could. They currently have some pretty good male and female wrestlers. I think they have something that no one has, but it's a lot of male and female wrestlers over there. I would say I do want to see over in the WWE, but it is some I can say. I've been knowing about Lucha Libre since I was 15 years old. Let me just put it like that. Okay. I've been watching different types of wrestling shows since I was very young, but this one I have known about. But I will say, having Lucha Libre and WWE work together, I think it would work, because who wants to see El Mertes? Y'all know El Mertes on WWE. That's a Rey Mysterio history right there. Who wouldn't want to see Dragon Azteca versus Ricochet? Now that's a history right there. To get me to say I think it is a good decision. But when you think of the women, I think of some good matches if WWE ever worked with Lucha Libre. Come on, you got Mary Apache and Flavia Lepache. Yeah, I can see them two versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler and becoming WWE Women's Champions, and that give them a leeway to come over here. So let me hear y'all thoughts on that. But another person I would love to see, Lady Shawnee. I think Lady Shawnee would be a great addition to the WWE. Now I think Lady Shawnee, I would love to see Lady Shawnee versus oh, Charlotte Flair, because I don't think anybody in the WWE has ever wrestled any Lucha Libre female wrestlers. And there's a lot of female wrestlers. I know it's like Gloria, Mommy, just to name a few. But I mean, you got a lot of mass wrestlers you can work with. Um, I don't know. I don't know his wrestling name, but all I know is on his bottoms, he is called. They on his bottoms, they call his nickname in the ring is called Main Event. I think that's his nickname. I can't think of his real name, but I can see him coming to the WWE and wrestling all the wrestling and stuff. But you gotta think some of our wrestlers actually got started as lucha libre wrestlers and stuff. And so I will do a video about that. But I know one profound that I actually known about, and I know half of us we should know about. Ricochet used to don a mask in Lucha Underground, and if you didn't know he was in Lucha Underground, what rock have you been living under? Yes, Ricochet used to be on Lucha Underground, but when he was on Lucha Underground, he was known as Prince Puma. And I wish he had got to keep that persona while he was in WWE. But I think it's like since then he has done well for himself. But y'all, now let's get started on the Triple H thing. We don't want to stay too much long on here, but yeah. So we're going to talk about Triple H taking over SmackDown and Raw from Vince McMahon. So for months, Vince McMahon is a one-note guy. Let me just put it that way. And his storytelling is like so scripted. And to me, I got to see some videos from Monday night and stuff. And when I saw that from Monday night, it didn't look so scripted. It looked different. It looked unique. It looked natural. It's like them coming up with their own address, they own like, oh, you ain't that. Yeah, that's what it looked like. It looked like it was natural. I'm telling you, it looked like it was natural. How they were speaking to each other, it was natural. It was what's coming from here, and it didn't feel too scripted anything, and I liked that. Now, do I think Triple H should take over Raw? Should Triple H and Bruce Prichard take over Raw and SmackDown? If you give everybody a chance, yes, I would love to see him take over. Triple H take over. I want to see, when it comes to SmackDown, I want to see Triple H give none other Sasha Banks opportunities in a lifetime in the Blue Moon. That's one. I want them to give Bianca that opportunity. Ooh, just give all the females a chance in everything and stuff. But yeah, that's them. I want to see them to give all the women a chance. So yeah. So let me hear from y'all. Do y'all want to see all the women get a chance? Okay, that's one. Number two. The number two thing is, do I trust Bruce Prichard? From what I know from him working on TNA and now, let's just say I don't trust him as a 10-foot pole. And it's a reason why. And it's doing with a TNA storyline that happened a year, not last year, year before. Two storylines and stuff. And I'm finna mention it. So if you remember, Bruce Pritchard used to be on TNA. And when he was on TNA, it was two storylines that I was so pissed about. So if you remember, Sanjay Dunn, who is on WWE, who works backstage in WWE, actually, when he was still wrestling on under TNA, he won his first X Division championship. And as he held that championship, and if you remember, Cameron Graves, who go by Cameron Grimes now, and no, he was Trevor. It was Trevor something. Okay, that's all I know. I used to call him Beast Boy because of his chest and stuff. And let me just tell y'all, and he stole his title belt. And Bruce Pritchard would not get that title belt from him to give back to Sanjay Dutt. Sanjay Dutt had to do a little trick to get it back, but now known as Cameron Grimes, he was something Trevor something, because he was always associated with Gregory Helms. He cheated to actually win the title belt. So, and to me, when Bruce Pritchard didn't even try to do anything to get Sanjay Dutt's title belt back, that's why I don't trust him. Now, do I trust him enough for things? Now, there's a couple other things I don't trust him with. Now, the storyline with, and I'm finished, this is the biggest one. The storyline between Josh Matthews and Josh Matthews is one. Josh Matthews versus Jeremy Borash. There we go. Jeremy Borash, who is now over in WWE. And this is the reason why. These two had a feud. He did not stop the feud. The feud got bigger and bigger and bigger until Jeremy Borash snapped on Josh Matthews. Do I believe that Triple H can trust Jim Cornette? I don't think so, because as a fan, I don't trust him as a 10-foot pole. There's a lot of things I can actually name in TNA that he let people get away with and he didn't get. So should I let Triple H trust him? I don't think Triple H should trust Bruce Pritchard as far as a 10-foot pole. That's what I'm saying. But my last thing, and this is the last video, this is the end of this video. I actually think it's a good thing that Triple H should take over, because I think Triple H probably could make those storylines seem real, seem natural, and thing. But how would you go about doing a love storyline with somebody who's married? Y'all answer that question. Y'all, that's all I have time for. Until then, I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel.